to study? Who has an answer to that question? Are they important to study? You can give me a yes or no answer, or you can give me an in-depth answer. Lexi?
Well, I think if you want to learn about ancient Egypt, more about ancient Egypt and how they sometimes dispose their bodies, so people can look at the bodies, I think it would be a good idea to learn about mummies to be important.
I like it. Please look at your card. On the back are sentence frames to respond to what Lexi just said. Do you have one, Nicholas? Do you agree with what she said? Do you think it's a good idea to study that?
I agree.
Okay, respond to her using that sentence frame.
Let's agree, I agree.
I. Okay, thank you. You have an agreement here. Does anybody else have one? Saul?
No, I agree because you don't you get to know who's the person that died, and what about you do that or something.
I do.
Yeah.
We learn lots of things. Jose, use your card so that you can use a response. You're building on the idea that Lexi had about it being important to study ancient mummies.
I agree that studying what the mummy's been through when it was alive is a good idea, but I also still think it's sort of disrespecting the mummy by taking it out where it was buried.
Can I ask another question? Maybe you can think about this. Do you think there's any time when it's okay to remove a mummy?
Yes.
You do? Can you explain any circumstances around that?
Example, this disease and you have to examine the mummy or something.
Yeah, that would help. So, is it okay to put the mummies in a museum, or do you need to keep them in the country that they were found? What was your opinion on that?
Country.
Thank you. Does anybody have a response to that? Malik?
Honestly, I think you should keep it where, well, you can examine it and everything, but at least when it's done being examined, take it back where it was, because it's kind of disrespecting the dead and everything.
Thank you for sharing, I appreciate that. Any other responses or comments? Saul?
It's kind of like when you die, they're burying you out of the dead and examining you. How would you feel if you're dead? And they're examining you.
So you're looking at it at a more personal level. Okay. I respect that. Giselle?
I agree with.
Remember to use your cards because it helps build that academic language.
I agree that they should stay in their country because it's it could change something that you don't want it to change. They belong there. So
Let me ask you this. What would happen if they were found, the mummy was found in an area where they didn't have the technology that we just saw? Would they be able to study them then? Would it be okay to move them to study? Yes or no? So you're in agreement that it's okay to study them so long as they go back so that you can be respectful? I can buy into that. Any other comments? Questions? Read your card. It helps you ask or build on an idea.
Well, I think now I was thinking about it, I guess you could take them from where they were, but take them to a museum and everything, but when you're done with it, put it back.
So are you saying like a temporary exhibit?
Yeah.
Okay, that could be good. Any other building on that idea? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for breaking the rules and sitting on my desk. You may now go back, and we're going to move back into our vocabulary.